Nicola Sturgeon has not formally shared her next steps on a second independence referendum with the rest of the Scottish cabinet, it has emerged. The First Minister is due to set out her plans for Indyref2 at an SNP event on Friday. However, there was no substantive discussion of the subject at the Scottish cabinet this morning, although it did sign off the draft Scottish budget due out next week. Ms Sturgeon's official spokesman was unable to say when Ms Sturgeon, who has been accused of running a government-by-clique, had ever shared her next steps. Ms Sturgeon has said she wants Indyref2 in late 2020, but Prime Minister Boris Johnson has refused to give Holyrood the power to hold it legally. The First Minister now intends to use a speech on Brexit Day to say how she hopes to overcome the UK government's opposition. As part of the build-up to Friday, MSPs will vote tomorrow on whether Holyrood, not Westminster, should have the right to set the time for Indyref2. Ms Sturgeon is due to open the debate. On Thursday, SNP Brexit Secretary Michael Russell will also update Holyrood on whether Scotland will be adequately represented in UK-EU trade talks. Asked if Ms Sturgeon had set out her next steps to Cabinet, her official spokesman said, "She will set out next steps on Friday. There was no substantive discussion around it. We were talking about the budget, we were talking about coronavirus, and other issues." Asked when Ms Sturgeon had shared her next steps with the Cabinet, her spokesman was unable to say. He said, "The issue of Scotland's constitutional future is discussed frequently with Cabinet colleagues." Pressed on when she shared what she intends to say on Friday with the Cabinet, he replied, "Well, she'll continue to speak with Cabinet colleagues on that subject going forward." When it was put to him that the First Minister had therefore not shared her next steps with the Cabinet, he did not dispute it, but said, "The First Minister will lay out her thinking on Friday." Asked if the Cabinet would know what she was saying before she spoke, her spokesman said, "I've got nothing further to add." Asked if the First Minister believed in Cabinet government, he said, "Yes." Asked why she had not run her next steps past the Cabinet, he said, "A range of discussions go on inside and outside Cabinet. Let's wait and see what she has to say." Asked if her failure to tell Cabinet reflected the First Minister not having made up her mind yet, her spokesman said, "No, the First Minister's got a very clear plan in terms of what she intends to lay out." For more on this story, visit the news article link.